Hi everyone, my name is Abigail. I'm a therapist, a psychic medium, and I've got a passion for manifesting. So today I want to talk to you about if you should get a reading when you're manifesting to see where your manifestation is at. And my answer is yes. And for so many reasons. But the first reason being that when a reader tunes in or focuses in on your energy, they're going to give you where you're currently at. So if you are not fully believing that your manifestation can come true, or that you're not vibrating with it yet and your set point isn't there yet, then they're going to reflect that back to you. And if it's a good reader, they should be able to pick up what blocks are in the way and what you might need to do to bring it into fruition. So don't be disheartened if you've set your manifestations, you go get a reading, and you might get the opposite, or you get partial confirmation, because what that is would be valuable information. And like I said, if you get a good reader, they'll be able to confirm for you where you need to focus to bring that energy in and let go of the old, like, underlying beliefs and values that you might have, or a trauma that you might have that you might need to focus in on and process through and integrate into your body as light. So in that way, it's really, really valuable. But don't get disheartened. Don't get disheartened. Use it as feedback. It's the most valuable tool for feedback. Similarly, if you, this is really interesting actually, what you'll notice is if you don't like the reading and you go get another reading of someone else, you might get different readings, although quite similar in terms of where you're at. That's because people can read different timelines for you. And okay, I am going to tell you this. A long time ago, when I used to first learn, like years, decades ago, I noticed that negative people give negative readings. So be choosy about who you get your reading of. Make sure it's somebody that's recommended, or if they're recommended, find out why the person recommending them liked them. Or if you're really intuitive yourself, get a feeling for the right person for you, and you'll know if it's the right person for you. But just use it as feedback. So when you get conflicting readings, so say you've gone to one, you didn't like it, you got another one, you liked it a bit better, look at the information, ask yourself, how does it make you feel? What comes up for you? Do you feel like giving up? Do you feel hurt? Do you feel broken? Do you feel like whatever it is, like, because it's so valuable, because that's what's getting in your way. That's part of your set point to attracting what you want. I mean, the fact that you're asking means you don't truly believe, although maybe not if you're a person who just is interested in readings and it's come up. Because when people's lives are on track, they'll often ask for a reading just to clarify that, they're clear on where they're at in life. So it's all good. The other thing I would say about readings is what you'll notice is when you're really on track is that you might ask about one area of your life and the reader will automatically pick up the area of your life where your manifestation is coming in, and that's because it's hardening into fact. So what does that mean? It means that when you first select that timeline, your heart's desire, whatever you want, your manifestations, because it's always created in imagination, but it's already created. That's why you want it. I know it gets a bit confusing. So when you start focusing on, that's the timeline I want, I'm going to line up with that timeline, I'm going to line up with that ideal reality for my life, I'm going to shift all the old values and beliefs that don't line up with that by doing whatever it is you might do, whether it be sats or affirmations or anything else. When you select that timeline, it starts to become clearer. It starts to become a given reality, and that's hardening into fact, because hardening into fact is almost like the energy becoming 3D reality. The energy that you're visualizing and imagining, because everything's imagination first, it's got enough growth strength to create, to be real, and you'll start to really pull in energetic signs, energetic, you'll just know because it will start to become an accepted reality. Just like going out your front door in the morning is an accepted reality. It'll just become real. So another thing with readings, what I was saying was, you can get a reading about something else and it will just automatically come up in the way that you are wanting it to come up. So overall, should you get readings? 100% yes, in my view, as a reader who's been teaching manifesting for a long time, been reading for a really long time, I would say 100% yes. I would also say be selective about your reader, and also be selective about the questions you ask. Prepare yourself first. Like if you're going to ask about an SP or money or a job or family, prepare yourself that if you don't quite get the answer you want, then ask questions. Ask questions like, okay, so what stands in the way? Is there anything I could do? And if you've got a good reader, they'll be able to answer those questions. Just be mindful that time frames in readings, they're not always the most accurate. They're not always the most accurate at all. They can be, but in my experience with readers and reading, it's just like, it's more likely what will happen. Readings are really interesting in that the symbol world of reading energy is very literal. So like say you wanted to know something in a short time frame, you could get given a symbol of something else that's going to happen, like the full moon or something like that. So I think in terms of our days, weeks, months, they're not often very accurate for some reason, unfortunately, sometimes. But anyway, back to the story. So if you're manifesting, should you get a reading? Absolutely yes, but get it with a reader that you feel is right for you, and take the information as feedback from the universe to guide you to what you need to work on, or that you're aligned, or that you have some work to do. And ask them. A good reader will be able to tell you what you need to do. They will. They'll know. They'll be able to ask the questions and get the answers. So, and it's the best way, like when you're a bit out of touch with, when you're at that point of, is it working? Is it not working? Should I keep going? Should I not keep going? Don't give up, by the way, ever. Yes, 100% you need to not give up, but you might need a little change of direction. You might need to focus more on what you're already bringing in and doing really well in the world. So I hope this helps. If you'd like a reading, or actually, and for some reason I have this bizarre skill, I can like look at where your blocks are and what you need to do to shift them, and what would be the best approach to move forward towards your manifestations. I also do coaching, so if you would like to contact me, I'll put my details below, or if you have any questions. Should you get readings for manifestations and seeing where you're at? Yes. Does that automatically mean that you don't believe because you're getting a reading? No, it doesn't. It just, because you don't have to believe every single minute of the day. Like you don't have to have perfect thoughts all the time. It's your set point. It's your underlying strongest energetic position that you hold. That's your set point. Okay, thanks. Bye.